guys, it's Caitlin from Caitlin and Jazz Books, and today I'm here to do my BOOKTUBEATHON 2017 wrap up and also the last challenge, so day 7 challenge, because I didn't have time to do that yesterday. So I'm going to start with my wrap up and then do the challenge later on, so it's sort of like if you're just here for the wrap up, which I know most of you probably are, then you don't have to watch the whole thing, you can just watch up until the end of the wrap up, and then if you want to carry on after that, the challenge will be there. Anyway, I'm rambling already. It's only been 30 seconds and I'm already rambling. So I'm just going to get on with my wrap up. So the first book that I read and finished was Percy Jackson and the Sea of Monsters by Rick Riordan, which I gave 4 stars, I think. The only thing that I would say about it is because it was really short, it felt really rushed. So I would have quite liked like another 100 pages, maybe to just flesh out the story a bit more. But I really enjoyed the story. I really love the characters. I hate this cover though. This cover really just dislike this cover. Look at it. It's horrible. But yeah, I'm glad that I read this finally. I've had it for a long time and I've been saying that I was going to read it for a long time. But now that I actually have, I feel happy and completed with my life. And this ticked off the read a book with someone on the cover and read a hyped book. So this was those 2 challenges. The next book that I finished I listened to on audiobook. It doesn't actually take off any challenges. I suppose it could be a hyped book, but I just wanted to like finish it because I was like halfway through, so I was like, I'll just read the other half or listen to the other half during BOOKTUBEATHON and get it done. But that was City of Bones by Cassandra Clare, and I'm really happy that I've read this now because I can now continue on with the series in my reread. I'm hoping to reread all of her books. All of them. But yeah, I'm listening to them just because it's a lot of effort to read it physically. Because there's a lot of it, you know? Also, the spine of this is very broken and it's making me rather upset. But I give this 5 out of 5 stars. Of course, I absolutely adore this series. It's nice rereading it because you remember things which you've forgotten to start with. But then it is kind of like, when I was listening to it, I was like, oh my gosh, I kind of remember all this. And I don't usually remember a lot of what I read because my memory is really bad, but I actually remember quite a bit of this. And I was quite happy. So I probably listened to about half of it, about that much of it during the BOOKTUBEATHON. So that was my next one that I finished. The next book that I finished complete was for the read a book in one day. It was going to be for the read a book all completely outside as well, but then it started to rain, so I couldn't because England doesn't know what summer is at the minute and it's just giving us rain all the time. But that was Kindred Spirits by Rainbow Rowell. I gave this like 2.5 to 3 stars. It was all about Star Wars and I don't really like Star Wars, so I was sort of like, okay, I don't really know what's going on, but I wanted to finish it. It was only 60 pages, hence why I could read it in a day. I started it on day 5 and I finished it on day 6, but I finished it within 24 hours of me starting it, so it's counting. So this was book number 3. And then the final book, which I didn't actually finish, but I'm going to include how much I read of it anyway. Didn't finish it, but it was going to tick off the read about a character who's completely different to me. I wasn't expecting to finish it because obviously I had NCS, which meant I was out of the house for 12 hours a day, which was really hard for me to read or find time to read. But that was Poison Study by Maria V. Schneider, and I got to page 74 in the BOOKTUBEATHON. So that's, to be honest, I think that's pretty good because I did read, how many pages? This is like 270, about 360 and then 74. So I think I did do pretty well. So yeah, this is my, let's push this forward a bit. This is my BOOKTUBEATHON wrap up for 2017. Let me know what you read down below. I'm really interested to see. Or leave links to your videos and I'll go check them out. That would be even better. And cool to like support people who watch, so that would be nice. And now I'm going to get on to my challenge. It's called Book Stories and it was hosted by Ariel Bissett, who's the creator of BOOKTUBEATHON. And basically what you have to do is tell a story about a book that means a lot to you or a book story that means a lot to you. So if you can know anything about me, I will be telling the story of when I first read The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. Now, I got this book for my 13th birthday and I was in America, Virginia, to be precise. It's sad how much I can remember of me reading this. And I just watched the film and I was kind of obsessing over the film in my head, so I told my mum that I wanted the book. And when, at that time, the obsession was just sort of in my head, maybe I spoke about it once or twice, but that was it. That was it for then. Anyway, so when I was in the car, I was opening a present every like 5 minutes because we had like a 5-hour car journey on my birthday. Anyway, so this was the first thing that I opened, and I screamed, and I didn't open anything else at all, and I just read in the car. And I can't read in the car because I feel sick, but that's all I did the whole car journey, and I probably got about halfway through. And for the rest of the day, we were like in the mountains, and it was all snowy, and they were like trees and stuff, and we went for a walk up this massive mountain on my birthday, and it was crazy because everything reminded me of the Hunger Games landscape. And every time I'd see like a log of like a hollow log, I'd be like, Katniss was still her bow and arrows in there, and my mum would be getting so fed up with me. And I was about halfway done with it by this point. And then later on, we'd gone for like a birthday meal up in the like hotel restaurant, and it was all snowy, and it was really nice. And I got back, and I just sat in my bed, and I just read the last half of this book. So I was given this book at about 11 o'clock in the morning, and I finished it at 11 o'clock at night on the same day. So I always say that my birthday is the anniversary of my Hunger Games birthday as well, because this book changed my life. It introduced me to the world of YA, and I honestly do not think that I would read as avidly as I do now if I had not read this book. Changed my life, and after I read this, the obsession that was brewing in my head spewed out into the world. There was too much of it to contain, and my room became a shrine for the Hunger Games. Everything in my life was the Hunger Games. Anyone who knows me can vouch for that. Jasmine can vouch for that. I have signed things from Natalie Dormer, who plays Cressida. I just have way too much stuff. Anyway, and that was all because of this book, which my mum gave me on my birthday, and that is my story. Hope you enjoyed. Again, leave down below links to your challenges, and I'll go check them out as well. Cool. That didn't want to come out of my mouth. Anyway guys, that is it for my BOOKTUBEATHON 2017 wrap up. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like, comment and subscribe if you want to, and someone will see you next time. Bye guys!